This is how you can use the Contibase function builder to bulk generate rows in parallel. So first, for a smaller test, we'll show you how to add 2 columns, and we'll update the total column and add a little note. Go back to the function. So what we're going to do is get all the rows, and we're going to loop over each row, and we're going to use math to get the total, just adding them, and then AI to get the note. And it's good to do them in parallel because the AI calls can take a while. So instead of doing one and then another and then another, you can do them all at the same time, and it'll make the function much faster. So then we'll update each row with the new total and note column. We can see the output, some logs, and more importantly, we'll go over to the table again, refresh the page, and you can see the totals have now been updated, and there's a note for each column. So now we're going to move to a more complex function, and this one's going to bulk create Survivor episodes for each season, and that should be around 600 episodes. And instead of doing them one by one by one, they're all going to get done in about 20 minutes. So in constructing this function, I first did it for one season to get it right before you bulk do a whole bunch of them. So we've got it in a good working state for one season. So we're going to delete those and start fresh and do it for all seasons. So while that runs, to look at the function a little more closely, first we call the castaways because we only need to do that once. And then we're going to loop over each season, and in each season we'll get the castaways for that season and use their name as their unique identifier. So first in the loop, we're going to call a more general purpose AI call, and this is going to get an overview of the season and output the episodes in a structured output. After we have the generic episodes, we're going to loop over each of those and get the real detailed episodes that we're going to insert into the episodes table. If the function runs a long time, it's possible you'll get a connection error. The function should still be running up to 13 minutes. You'll now see the rows added to the episodes table. Now I made a mistake here and called the function twice, so now I have duplicate rows. Now this is something to be careful to avoid because running 600 AI functions can be expensive. In fact, each of those calls cost over $100. And that's why we're limiting the high reasoning models to people that bring their own API keys. To do that, go to your OpenAI platform and add an API key. Copy the API key and add it to your Contibase settings. Now you should be able to run AI calls with high reasoning. To delete the duplicate episodes, I first attempted to use the chat. Now, doing the whole table at once, it exceeded the max limit for OpenAI. So I then attempted to do one season at a time, which works, but it still took some time. Another option would be to build another function, but I elected to just bulk delete by hand. And finally, if we go back over to our Survivor website, we can click on a season and see the episodes shown. Clicking on an episode will take you to the episodes page where I show some of the details from that episode. And it's a good starting point to build off of later. So this is just one example of how to use the function builder, and we'll come up with more demonstrations in the future. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.